Welcome to part 2. So, believe it or not, this is what your loneliness is trying to get you to find. This is the riddle that has been brought forward for you to resolve. Is it possible for you to hear this and begin to assimilate it into your world without first having to experience X amount of this round and round of attempted cures for loneliness, as I did? Absolutely, because all things are possible, and I really believe that. But is it likely? I have no idea. I had to experience the round and round. But I suspect that there are those of you out there who can cut short that experience of loneliness and bring forward the real truth that your loneliness is so sweetly trying to lead you to. And that's why I offer you these thoughts for your consideration today. Because this is why you are lonely. Are you listening? This is why you are lonely. You are lonely so that you may learn that you are not alone. So you can find this truth. Because you are not separate. You are held in the arms of oneness this very moment. But just do not realize that you are being held, that you are touching. We are all touching at all times. This is also the reason I seem to speak less and less. Because I see the conversations that we are having unaware at all times. We are always in communication, just in ways perhaps too subtle for you to notice quite yet. But you are never without me, as I am never without you. In fact, it goes beyond even touching, because touching implies two, and there is only the one. And we are one. You are never alone. And as the deeper message of oneness drops into your being and becomes your inescapable truth, loneliness leaves the room. You are lonely so that you may more fully find this great truth, that you are never alone. And seeking to cure this feeling of being alone will lead you into this understanding where you no longer pine away for your supposed other half to complete you, and you no longer search for groups to join so that you may voice your similar thoughts, but rather you will suddenly notice that you are already in the midst of an intimate, perfectly choreographed dance, one that needs no voice, no direction, no reassurance, no support. It is beauty and truth in the dynamic dance of wordlessly expressing itself. And that is you. See more fully the truth of your oneness, and loneliness leaves. You will find the most satisfying companionship presented to you at all times in one way or another. It is only when we focus upon seeming separate that we can feel alone. Only when we focus upon our separateness. So stop that. See the oneness more fully, and ironically, companionship will never leave you, though it may express itself in many different ways. Because this, my love, is how you truly cure the loneliness that rises from within you. Find the oneness, allow it to become your inescapable reality, and loneliness will never darken your door again. Because your loneliness is nothing more than a messenger delivering to you this message, the realization that oneness must become more than a concept or an appealing idea to you. Oneness must become your utter, inescapable, day-to-day truth. And until it does, loneliness will never truly leave you, though it may seem temporarily at arm's length from time to time when you make various alliances with certain people or groups, but it's never actually gone. Only when oneness becomes your actual reality will you ever find yourself not alone again. You won't be alone whether you're in a relationship or not. You won't be alone whether you are part of a group or not. You won't be alone whether you are alone or not. Loneliness becomes impossible, utterly impossible. If you have no human companionship, the rocks will speak to you. If there are no rocks, then the sky will embrace you in lively, meaningful conversation. If there is no sky, then the flicker of life itself becomes your playmate. It's true. So, bring the truth of oneness more deeply into you. Allow it to become your inescapable reality, and you will never be alone again. This is not only my most sincere promise to you, it is divine law. So this is how you truly cure your loneliness. Solve the message of this riddle, and the riddle is that you are lonely so that you may realize this, so that you may realize you are never alone. That's why you feel lonely. Do you see? You're calling this forward to bring it to your own attention. The purpose of your loneliness is only to bring you to this understanding. That's all it's here for. This one riddle that you must solve. And if you are not able and ready to begin to resolve this riddle, then you would not have laid it at your feet today. So you can do this. Solve it. Bring this into your being, and you will never be lonely or alone again. I promise you. Because you only feel lonely so that you may finally come to this deeper, fuller realization that you are never alone. That's what your loneliness is trying to show you. Only when you are lost in illusional thoughts can you ever believe that you are alone. So see this higher truth in all its beauty, that you are never alone. The mind who feels alone has simply closed itself off from this truth. For I am with you, and you are with me. We touch at all times. Whether you are watching my videos, whether you are listening to my voice or not, I am there as you are here with me. You are never alone. See this. I offer you these thoughts for your consideration.